I have downloaded the source files from the course web and put them into a new empty folder. Time to test that we understand how to use the routine h_steam. The routine resides in the file h_steam.py that I downloaded from the course web. The file not only provides the routine h_steam but also a test routine called test h_steam. Let us create a simple test source and explore. First we create a new file and then write from hsteam import test hsteam, hsteam to make the routines test hsteam and hsteam available to us. Note that you need to get the underscores in the names in the correct places. Now when we start writing the name of the routine h_steam, we get a pop-up with help. We can click to see the help for the routine. We see that hsteam needs two arguments, the saturation temperature of the steam and the actual temperature of the steam. Similarly, for test hsteam we get this help text. Let us try to run test hsteam and look for the output it prints out. The first lines of printout we get is diagnostic information from the routine hsteam, that it had to extrapolate to calculate the vapor enthalpy HV. Then we get a table where you should note the following. With 15 degrees as the saturation temperature, you get the same result from hsteam regardless if you specify the actual temperature as 15 degrees or -1 degree. Why is that? Well, if we check the help on hsteam, it says specifying T actual less than 0 will return H at T sat. So now we understand what input hsteam requires. What about its output? Well, the help states that hsteam returns a tuplet with 3 items: steam enthalpy, steam pressure, and liquid enthalpy at Tsat. We are only interested in the first, the enthalpy of the steam. To ignore the other 2 outputs in the tuplet, we can use underscore in their place and write HV, underscore equals hsteam, parenthesis 99.61, -1, parenthesis, to calculate the enthalpy of saturated steam at 99.61 degrees centigrade. Let's write a print statement, print parenthesis apostrophe HV equals apostrophe HV, apostrophe space kilo per kilogram apostrophe parenthesis, and run our code. The result 2674.95 is in agreement with the steam table in our handbook. Fine.